18 months ago, Anna Ryder Richardson was desperate to change her life.
I really, really want to live in the country. I really want to have animals and a horse or two. How do I look? Shit.
So she gave up the luxurious urban lifestyle that most of us can only dream of and moved her entire family to rural Wales.
Yes.
This was no ordinary escape to the country. Out of the blue, Anna and her husband Colin have bought a zoo.
Oh my God, oh my God! No! Bought a zoo? Are you mad? Yes, probably. But here we go. It's not going to happen again. I'm not going to do this when I'm 65, am I?
Colin and Anna have never even looked after a hamster before. Never mind 13 primates, 31 birds, 21 reptiles, a porcupine, a colony of meerkats, several members of the horse family, llamas, and even a herd of bison.
Yes!
Mission accomplished.
But it's not all going to be this much fun. The zoo cost the couple £1 million, but it's been closed to the public for over a year, and it's on its knees. Attempting to get it up and running again as a business could cost them every penny they have.
It's moving! Life's all about risks. If we all played safe, it would be a very dull world.
There's no shortage of ambition. Anna wants to turn it into a zoo without walls.
This is going to be the best lemur walkthrough in the world.
With 52 acres of rolling parkland, there's a lot to play with. It comes with a listed manor house and several cottages. But it's all in a terrible state, and it's going to push Anna and Colin to the limit.
We've got to stop making more work for ourselves now and start putting, not everything, but things back together to get this bloody place open. You can't just keep it all to yourself.
For fuck's sake, I'm going to go and have a coffee. Leave me alone. Fucking hell, shut up.
Now I'm trying to fix the roof! Colin!
This is the reality of Anna and her family's extraordinary 8-month journey to resurrect a rundown zoo and hopefully change their lives for the better.
Do you know what? It still looks like shit. I don't think we've got a budget anymore. I think we've just gone with the taps. It's just gone. I'm shaking. I can't believe people are coming in. Fuck me, we did buy a zoo, not a big house with lots of land.
It's February 2008, and after months of negotiations, Anna and her husband Colin become the official owners of Manor House Wildlife Park. At 44, the former Changing Rooms presenter has abandoned her luxury lifestyle and the fantastic 3-storey super home she designed in Glasgow to pursue her newfound dream.
It's the WI, look. Hello, it's the WI. It ticks all the boxes. It means we can live in the country, it means we have fabulous animals around us, the girls have a great life, and hopefully it's a successful business. What else am I going to do? Just grow fat and knit or something?
The zoo near Tenby, southwest Wales, has been closed for a year, and it shows. Despite this, Anna plans to have it back up and open to the public in just 3.5 months, in time for the May bank holiday.
I want them to be able to come in and go, that was a brilliant day. We saw some fantastic animals. They all look happy. The land looked lovely. The trees are great. And, I think we'll come again. Maybe we'll get a season ticket. So here we all are on my midlife crisis.
Some might buy a fast car or have a boob job, but Anna's midlife crisis is on an altogether more grandiose scale. While she's inherited a ragtag bunch of animals, she dreams her zoo will one day be a haven for endangered species. With £1 million price tag, the zoo hasn't come cheap. She's on her first official tour with Frank, one of only 3 members of staff left running the zoo.
You want to go?
Yeah.
New owner Anna gets a chance to see what she's really got for her money, including a Siamang gibbon called Steve.
Oh, he's got my hand. He's got my hand. Frankie's got my hand.
Unfortunately for reptile-phobic Anna, she also now owns something that she hadn't quite bargained for.
I have to say, I'm really not sure about him. He does look like a little crocodile.
It's pretty clear her gem of a zoo isn't quite as shiny as she first thought.
This is disgusting. Look at it. We need to clear this out. It's horrible.
Finally, Anna's led into a shabby outbuilding where there's quite a stench.
What are you going to show me? Let me just have a quick look. It's bloody absolutely full.
That's an iguana. There's another one. And that's a baby goat. That one.
How long have they been there?
Some of them have been there since last year.
Oh, for God's sake, that
But
is
you have to take them
disgusting.
away. When they die, you refrigerate. If an animal dies today, you put it in the fridge. Tomorrow, you get rid of it.
Well, then these all have to go.
The frozen casualties include a pygmy goat, a bison calf, a couple of snakes, a tamarind monkey, and a macaw.
Can't have animals, dead animals, sitting in a stinking freezer, and that is what that smell is. And you have to come in here and chop up the animals' food and smell that every day.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Life for the animals hasn't been perfect. The zoo desperately needs new blood and investment. It was once a major tourist attraction, but it fell on hard times after the previous owner died. Anna's been so obsessed with her dream of a zoo that she's overlooked the reality.
We've bought this very rundown zoo, much more rundown than I actually obviously have let myself see. And I don't think it's the keepers they've got here don't care. I mean, I don't know them well enough yet, but they just haven't had any resources at all. I don't know what to do first.
Anna's Glaswegian husband Colin certainly does, though.
What I'm enjoying is the mental challenge of fucking Mission Impossible.
He spent half his life doing up and selling on houses and bars, and immediately hires a team of builders to begin renovating the mansion house to make way for a new money-making bar and restaurant.
Something happened.
But in this far from ordinary enterprise, it's not just dodgy wiring that's worrying the workers.
Oh, I've got the electricians doing some work in here, but if you notice...
There's a snake in the wall! It's moving! Oh, come right over here, girls.
How long has he been missing for?
About 3 months. There's another one on the bloody note as well.
What, is another one that bites? There's another one somewhere.
It's beginning to dawn on them that there's no quick fix for their broken down zoo.
He will be, without a shadow of a doubt, will be a head animal keeper, because we're just a couple of fannies who don't have a fucking Scooby-Doo what they're doing. And that is the facts.
Anna Ryder Richardson and her family are carving out a new life near the picture postcard seaside town of Tenby in southwest Wales.
Zoo. Whose idea was this zoo? Yours. And now look what you've done.
Anna's having a midlife crisis, has cashed in her lucrative urban lifestyle, abandoned the luxurious home she designed in Glasgow, and out of the blue has bought a zoo. Now she's up to her neck in it.
How do I look? Shit. Creep up the other side. No.
But this is what Anna's dream is all about.
Come on. Please. Yeah, not that way, not that way. There we are. Oh. In we go. Wait, Dixie, don't you scare them now. In. Don't, BB. Go back, get out of sight. Oh, you're such a minx. Just to push them back.
Although the location is breathtaking, the zoo has been closed for a year and is more run down than she thought.
Very slowly, gently. Unfortunately, that's where they have to go. It looks horrible, but until we build them a better place, they have to go away. Otherwise, a fox is just going to absolutely eat them all. There'll be pink feathers all over the place.
Anna's ploughing $500,000 of the family savings into her zoo to try and turn it into a successful business. To really make a go of it, they need to be open in just 3 months, in time for the lucrative tourist season.
We may have bitten off a lot more than we can chew, and I don't know if we will be open at the end of May.
Anna and her husband Colin have to make the zoo fit for families willing to shell out around £30 a pop, which means renovating everything from the toilets to the ticket office to the 60-seater bar and restaurant.
There are monkeys, but there aren't penguins. Don't know if I can get these off as well. Way out, car park, that'll be the same. Falconry, no, we don't have that. Cafeteria and bar, we do. Model railway, no. Telephones and toilets. Bit scabby, aren't they? I couldn't really get away with that being shabby chic, could I?
The biggest heap of scrap they've inherited is a derelict fun fair, which has no place in Anna's green, ecologically friendly zoo.
More acreage. How much acreage can a girl have?
The park needs major landscaping work, and Colin's brought in 100 tons of cockle shells for his pet project of resurfacing the zoo's paths. All 4 miles of them.
I love it. It's great. I'm driving tractors, lawnmowers. What is this thing anyway?
According to their ambitious plans, in just 8 weeks, these rooms in the manor house will be a cafe bar where they'll serve locally produced food to hundreds of eager visitors.
Oh, I'm sick of houses, frankly. I mean, you know, I'm saying to them, oh, this won't be a problem, and we can do this and we can do that, and, you know, they're all chatting, and then they all turn around and go, what do you think, Anna? I don't care. I just want to rip out all the old stuff, rip up the old carpet, paint it all white, and get back to the animals, frankly.
And that's a mammoth job too. The enclosures most of the animals live in are hopelessly small and out of date. They've inherited a dozen eagle owls. Owls this big shouldn't be living in cages this small. It's just one more thing for them to sort out. And not forgetting the solitary gibbon Steve, who Anna bonded with when she first arrived.
When he was born here, he had his mum, his dad, and he was born here. So there were 3 gibbons in here.
He's an intelligent and highly prized Siamang gibbon. In the wild, they're under threat because their habitat is being destroyed.
I'm just scraping up gibbon poo. That is. Look at that, all fruity. Stinks. It's like being inside a concrete prison. No view, you can look up at the sky. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Rusty door, rusty chair, stinking floor, bit of scaffolding. There was a tree. One little sad tar. I mean, it is heartbreaking.
Anna's plan is to build Steve his own gibbon island. But as the mammoth restoration project gathers momentum, they're confronted by jobs they hadn't bargained for. The biggest shock is a new roof for the building that houses the shop and the office. They've got as far as taking the old roof off when...
All over the paintwork.
To make matters worse, the roofers have gone home and Colin's vanished.
You've got a big leak. Well, it's not a leak, we haven't got a bloody roof. And it's all coming into the office. So I've just found this bit of tarpaulin and I'm now trying to fix the roof. Colin! Careful of that bit there.
Everything is conspiring against their opening in 8 weeks for the May Bank holiday.
We won't ever open the zoo and we will go bust, but look at Dixie, she's so wet and so hungry. Are you hungry? Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
Overwhelmed with the sheer magnitude of what's still to do, their spending is going through the roof.
Colin and I haven't really sat down and gone, this is our budget. This is our budget. I don't think we've got a budget anymore. I think we've just gone with the taps and it's just gone.
The time to start making money is when the season begins in just 8 weeks, when 5,000 visitors descend on Pembrokeshire for the May bank holiday. 2 months into the project and the clock is ticking till opening day. Colin doesn't feel he's making any headway and makes the decision to live on site in a caravan. But Anna's ordered a surprise.
It's my house.
The flat packs are a Scandinavian-style log cabin in kit form. And Anna's keen to find out what Colin thinks.
It looks like a pallet full of it. It doesn't look like a house that I'm sleeping in 2 days, to be honest. But anyway, your idea of a caravan and somebody else's is something completely different. Anyway.
I can't believe it.
What do you mean you can't believe it?
This is in how many days? This is in 5 days.
5 days.
Hi. We could just walk around like trapeze artists, can't we? Oh, I feel all Little House on the Prairie. Something happened a few weeks ago where I went, oh, hang on a minute. I think it was when I drove back last time with me and the girls, got back really late. I love my house up there. It's so extraordinarily different. It couldn't be more different. You know, our whole living area is as big as that, and it's amazing. It's just gorgeous. It's everything I've been about: interior design, furniture, gorgeous kitchens, everything. But I'm kind of over that. And that is very exciting to me. Apart from the fact, and I'm going to have to really get over this, I want to pick it up and drag it back that way. There's about 100 million feet there, and it's squiffy like that, which I will get over the squiffiness.
Anna's got her frontier homestead. Now she's on to something new.
Can we have horses? Because then we can have them in that old little shed there, and then what we could do is come out in the morning and then literally be here. So we could all have breakfast together. Then I'll sell the house. Cheap! Couple of little shades. I don't want anything fancy.
Oh, is that right? Just a zoo and a horse.
Finally, after 2 months at the helm of their zoo, the family are living on site. And Anna's dream of a new life in the country is becoming a reality.
You see that, to me? That smell of cut grass. Much better than sex, much better than bread and butter pudding with cream, which is my favourite thing at the moment. School? Yes, girl. A school. I wish I'd gone to a little school like this. It's so cute. Oh, look! Yeah. Here they are, my babies! Hi.
But it's not entirely a party back at the park. With just 6 weeks before they open, the apprentice zoo owners confront the reality that zoos are as much about death as lifestyle. One of their South American rheas has died from swallowing a plastic bottle top, and its mate has gone crazy.
You'll notice blood. She's continually running round and head-butting the fence.
The rhea was trying to escape to find its mate. The injured bird eventually died from the stress, adding to a body count that includes a wallaby, 2 goats and a reindeer.
What I'm pissed off about at the moment is it's a bit like Crash TV. You know, you're waiting for a mistake to find out how you solve it, and that's how we're educating ourselves, which is totally bollocks.
Their lone black and white lemur, called Freya, is in a bad way too.
She was going round and round and stopping in a corner and rolling her head in exactly the same place. She was doing that stereotypical behaviour, which means she was very distressed and going in. I mean, she's just going nuts. She's so lonely, aren't you? You were going crazy. I wish I could speak lemur and tell you you're going to be with loads of them soon.
She's on her own now, but can't be in with the 16 others until they can build accommodation big enough for sharing.
The most important thing is the animals' welfare. And so, therefore, where should lemurs be? They should be in troops and they should be in trees. Have you got the hammer?
Yep.
From day one, Anna and Colin have been picking the brains of Dr. Jake Veazey from Woburn Safari Park. But he's not sure they've always been listening to his advice.
Colin's a property developer, Anna's the makeover queen. Doing up a house is in their comfort zone, but guess what? People aren't coming to Manor House to see a nice painted building. They're coming to see the animals, and they're losing sort of sight of the fundamentals of what this business needs. So this will be the next anchor point.
With no one else to turn to, Anna and Colin have relied on Jake to come up with a major new attraction that will not only be great for the lemurs, but crucially, it'll make them money.
What we're going to have to look at is the canopy now.
So that, because they could get from that one to that one.
They're going to build them an enclosure, 30,000 metres square, where visitors will actually be able to interact and even touch the lemurs. It's an investment of £70,000, but worthwhile because lemurs are a seriously endangered species.
I tell you what, Anna, this would be a fucking good walkthrough.
You are brilliant, Jake.
When it's finished, this'll be Europe's biggest lemur walkthrough and a real statement that the future of Manor House Wildlife Park is a zoo without walls, where the animals are, as far as possible, uncaged.
Can you imagine what the lemurs are going to do when they come in here? I expect all of this is just going to be left so they can scamper about here, they can jump in here, they can go in little holes in there, they can leap over there, and then also the ringtail ones who don't really go in trees, they go on sand, have got sand as well. This is going to be the best lemur walkthrough in the world.
But they can't afford massive enclosures for all their creatures.
Owl action.
Their eagle owls are not endangered and are being moved on.
Am I following you, Maria?
I would stay there if I were you.
Heavy one.
Whoa.
He's a big one. They'll be able to learn to fly off and come back. They'll be able to fly where they're going. Bye-bye, sausage.
But BB can't understand why they've got to go.
You want everybody to have a walkthrough, do you? Do we have to do one at a time? Gibbon's next, Steve's next.
Unlike Steve the gibbon, these capuchin monkeys aren't threatened. They're cute and visitors will pay to see them, but not in cages like these.
Taking my monkeys. I suppose this is the nasty bit, isn't it? We've got to do this to clear the way to make brilliant enclosures for the animals that we've got left. And that's the idea. We might have less species, but they'll have bigger enclosures and they'll all be happier. And these guys, this is too small for them. And they're not very happy now. Look at them, but they will be. You will be. Careful. Oh, darling, look, he wants to come out.
They're off to another zoo nearby.
For us, they're going to make quite a nice little educational exhibit.
Yeah, sure. I've seen it.
That's the capuchin monkey's gone. The mongoose is gone. A wallaby died. We need to really focus, I think, on pulling it all back now. We've ripped the place out. BB, please, I'm talking to Daddy. And build new enclosures for the animals. Stop pulling walls down, let's start putting them back up. Can we? This is not the fantasy of all these lovely animals, bringing my children up in this amazing environment, quality of life.
I think you
This is not the midlife crisis I had in mind at all, frankly.
This is just, you used a very important word there, you used the word fantasy.
Anna Ryder Richardson, her husband Colin and their 2 young children have moved to southwest Wales with a dream to resurrect a decrepit zoo and turn it into a wildlife haven. That was in January. It's now April.
That there is an oryx, and they're extinct somewhere in the world. I want more oryx. Come on. Herds of you.
They've put the entire family fortune at risk to turn the ramshackle zoo near Tenby into an eco-friendly tourist attraction. In 6 weeks, they hope they won't still be turning away paying customers.
Sorry, we're going to open at the end of May, hopefully. Should have a sign on it saying, don't come in.
The listed manor house is still undergoing major refurbishment, and most of the animal enclosures are still in a desperate state. And despite 3 months of hard graft,
Still looks like shit. Oh, fuck.
they've got a couple of cottages they're doing up for staff, but their £500,000 renovation budget is being severely stretched.
This was the ensuite here with a shower. Bedroom, lovely. New floor, kitchen, living room, really cute, all damp-proofed, gorgeous, gorgeous. New roof. Run out of money.
They need to start making some cash, and fast. But just as they gear up to the challenge of getting the zoo fit for the public, they're hit with another problem. Anna and Colin have another business venture on the go. They've invested time and money in a factory in China that was about to go into production with prams and buggies designed by Anna.
I have a fucking nasty feeling that the factory that Colin is supposed to be going out to, which has been a bit funny. Fuck. Stop swearing now. I think it's gone bust. And that's why they've been funny. Oh, it's the factory.
Has it gone down?
Uh-huh. They can't meet you in China. We can't have that bringing our zoo down, can we? Plus our money.
On the line is £25,000. Colin has no alternative but to get on a plane to China. And while Colin's away,
Yeah, we can have a shelf there.
the girls are on top. Colin and Anna have hired a project manager, another Anna.
We have attempted to kind of map this project because, as we've said, Colin has got on a plane to China and he's taken all the project with him in his head. And this is what we've pieced together.
Whiteboard hell.
This is where we're at. All of this. All of these things have been kicked off and supposedly come to fruition in 3 weeks.
Because this is phase one.
Phase one.
This is Colin's
I don't know
brain.
how he sleeps at night. I don't know how he sleeps.
Lots of wine. Where am I going? To the bank,
Yeah.
that's right.
Boss Anna has been landed with the responsibility for paying the builders.
Shit, I can't remember it. Definitely begins with a 6. This is quite painful, actually, with the money that is bleeding out of us. Oh, bugger, it is incorrect. Please remember, if you enter your PIN number too many times, your card will be stopped. It's really too close for comfort. Handing over my money. Look at that. Let's go shopping.
Before his departure, Colin revealed that he'd given up on a May bank holiday opening some time ago.
He said, I've got to tell you, Anna, you're the only one that's working to that date. I went, oh, am I? Oh, am I? You know, everyone else is working to the second week of June. So, well, I'm sorry, I'm not. And don't you tell anybody else that, really. Because while you're away, we're going for the 23rd of May.
But on every building site, there's always at least one dissident.
I think they've actually swapped quite a bit around to what Colin was actually going to do. So when he comes back, I think he's going to have a look at it, and to be honest, I think he's going to hit the roof.
2 weeks later, Colin is back.
Railway children. Mom, Daddy's returned. Ah.
He hasn't managed to salvage the pram business or their £25,000. Anna whisks him back to the zoo for a tour of the works.
Tree looks beautiful.
So it's cool, huh?
And that bloody fence is gone, which I hated.
The access point was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It's here. A, it's wider
these gates.
Yeah, cool.
No, listen, I've got to tell you because it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like a kid. We've done this, we've done that. And then woke up this morning, big black clouds everywhere, literally. The sun is gone and the bear is very grumpy.
I just need to take stock of everything that's going on and work out where we're trying to get to. Go away, sit and look at the beach for 20 minutes and come back and make a few decisions.
The trip to China and the failed pram business has unsettled the usually confident Colin.
Bollocks. Fuck off. I've had enough. Do you know what? Doing anything like this is difficult, especially doing it with your wife. It's nearly impossible. So, you know, it's a cliche, innit? But cliches are right.
But walking away from the unfinished zoo isn't an option. As Colin predicted, they miss the May Bank holiday opening, and the June deadline comes and goes. And despite all the financial pressure and a desperate need to get the paying public through the gates, they haven't set a new deadline.
It's when we can do it justice, the park will be opened. And it's coming. It's very close.
Quite apart from the renovation work, there are the creatures that need their comforts. The 140 animals cost Anna and Colin £2 a month to keep fed and in good health. And on top of that, you need staff. Sarah's their new keeper.
There seems to have been no worming programme or any kind of records on what was done previous. So I'm having to start it all from scratch, really.
Despite the previous keepers doing all they could through difficult times, the camels have diarrhoea and symptoms of worms. But even after treatment and a vet's visit, it was sadly all too late in the day for the youngest camel, Muddy.
We had our baby camel died last night. And Colin's just taking it off for a post-mortem, so we'll find out more after that as to why we lost Muddy.
Colin and Anna removed him from the paddock as quickly as they could to minimise any stress to his parents. They get the results of the post-mortem.
The camel has most likely cause of death is poor worming regime. So, I think it's fairly contentious, to be fair, because I think at the end of the day, we are, ultimately responsible for that.
I know that you are saying that we are the ones that are ultimately responsible, but we relied on the professional diagnosis that they had to be treated with the worm stuff. Then we relied on the fact that the people we have here were giving the camel the medication. And then we probably also relied on the professional help having a look at the camel to see if it was getting better. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was our fault.
It's a turning point for Colin and Anna. This time they can't blame anyone but themselves. It really is their zoo, and they act as good zookeepers should and take immediate action. The remaining camels get a new worming regime. They're getting organised and have brought in some new staff to take care of the admin. They were supposed to be open 5 weeks ago, and despite having a team of people, the zoo still isn't quite the beauty it should be.
We're turning down thousands of people every bank holiday. We have to open. And we've got lovely Kath who's come to help us with admin, and she's all graceful with her nails and everything. The office looks like hell. Colin promised her it wouldn't. And You know, she's saying to me this morning, her lovely Welsh accent, have you got tickets? No. Have you got tills? No. You got food? No. Got gifts? No. Haven't got anything. Look at you all. It's come to my attention that some of you may be having too good a time.
Everyone has been summoned to the staff room.
I just walked around this park at the weekend and I thought, do you know what? It still looks like shit, doesn't it? It's not really the beautiful Manor House Wildlife Park that we wanted to present to everyone, is it?
Anna's team talk has hit home.
Might actually get there. I hope so. Well, part of me would quite like to keep the public out because it's much nicer just having it all to ourselves.
I think we'll be all right. I think it's got to be a big effort by all of us, and I think we'll get there.
The invigorated workers focus their energy on the completion of their star attraction. The new £70,000 lemur walkthrough. They can't open until the lemurs are in, and more importantly, acclimatised to their new home.
They are checking safety for the lemurs to be brought into this house, the new lemur house. They're going to be kept in 3 different sections so they don't mix. The guys are going to start releasing them 1 species at a time.
Yes.
And see what happens.
Finally, their 16 lemurs who'd lived a life of incarceration are about to get their first taste of freedom.
Ah, Bear, this is our first release. We've actually done it. You've actually done it. The first release. Apparently they won't fly out. They're right in there. Stand back, stand back. That is amazing. She's there. Come on, honey. Here she comes. Her first real tree. That is amazing. Look at our babies. That is amazing. I thought, you know, here the others come. This is the others. This is the others. They're loving jumping, aren't they? Oh.
Check that out, isn't that spectacular?
Look at my lemurs. What do you want, this or a Ferrari? I know what I want.
At 30,000 square metres, it's Europe's biggest lemur enclosure. And now, with its occupants already at home, it's a truly world-class exhibit. In the warm glow of their first release, Anna and Colin make a decision that seems totally insane. Having missed every deadline to date, they decide to open in just 36 hours' time.
There we are then. Can't we slide it?
From a visual aspects in this park, to walk around it is going to be beautiful. I know that. That is the least of my worries. My worries are going to come if I've got 200 people in the park and they want to have a coffee at the same time, because that's a little bit more tricky. Anyway.
We haven't even used the goddamn thing and it's scratched 3 times. We've moved 2 into here.
This is the state of the cafeteria with just 18 hours to go.
Is this all going to be finished for tomorrow?
Yeah, don't bother. 10 o'clock we're open.
The way things are going, it'll be a miracle if they get everything done.
Are you going to come straight back, Bear?
I'm just coming. Fucking hell, man.
Honestly.
The staff have cleared off for the night and the cafe bar needs sorting. There's everything from builder's junk to get rid of to cleaning the toilets.
I just wanted to know what other jobs you are holding back for you to do tonight, because I won't be able to help you if I've got the kids, will I, much?
Yeah. All I'm saying to you, as far as I'm aware, everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we can't do any more than that.
Yeah, that's fine. If you give us a ring then, or do you want to make an appointment now?
Sorry, I think I just bloody asked you
what you were holding back tonight that you said you were going to do. It wasn't an argument. I was asking you.
Nothing. The toilets.
That's it.
That's it.
Fucker.
Right, yeah.
What?
To our staff.
So bloody defensive.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm struggling to be enthusiastic. I'm fucked off. I'm going to finish that bastard toilet if it's the last thing I fucking do.
On the day Anna Ryder Richardson decides to open her zoo, the heavens open too.
It's a bit daft, isn't it?
Having missed every deadline they've set themselves, and after 6 months of hard graft, Anna and husband Colin will open the Manor House Wildlife Park to the public in just 3 hours' time.
We shouldn't have opened there today, should we? Should have opened on Saturday.
No, we should have opened. No, we shouldn't. We should open today. It's a good thing that it's raining. It won't be that busy. And if we get 3 people or 3 cars in here, it's enough just to see how it walks around. It's cool. We're doing the right thing. It's fine.
Don't you just hate that when it doesn't all fit on your scoop?
They really have left everything to the last minute.
Where do you stop sweeping? That's the thing. Cobwebs.
Is it nearly 10 o'clock? Fucking hell.
The ticket office opens in just 4 minutes.
That milk goes in this fridge here. That fridge needs to be on.
Absolute manic.
You've got a queue? We've got a queue. Are you joking? You are joking.
I'm not.
Bloody hell, man. Anna, we've got a queue.
What about all this?
Ah, fucking hell, man, all right.
Huh?
They made no public announcement that the zoo would open today, but somehow the diehards have found out.
Isn't that ridiculous? It's like, yeah, why should you be surprised when there's people at the door?
I'm just gonna hide.
Morning. My God. Now, please bear in mind, we're only just opened, so it's, well, the park's looking great. Right, you ready? Right, welcome, the park is open. Hey. Should really put now open.
And Colin switched into public relations mode.
Welcome.
What was Anna's private playground is now the public domain. Their cabin in the middle of the zoo is her last refuge.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I can't believe people are coming in.
But Colin's proud and crowing.
In my opinion, compared to Glasgow, this place is a tropical paradise. But like every tropical country you get, monsoons.
It was Anna's midlife crisis that got them into this, and after having it all to themselves for 6 months, it's time for Anna to meet her now paying public. Steve the Gibbon's celebrating. He hasn't seen this many visitors for nearly a year.
Hi. Hi. Have you been around the Wallabies? And Steve the Gibbon's up there. Are you here for the week? To Poppy. I can't believe there are people. Oh! We've got people in the shop. It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. I can't believe it.
The sweets Anna's giving away to her first customers have real insects and bugs in them.
I think that possibly is a scorpion.
Yeah, it is.
Or a cricket. No, I think that's a cricket. I'm going to have a bite. Ooh! Ooh.
When they took over the zoo 6 months ago, the lemurs were caged up in cells less than 10 metres across. Now they have freedom in their £70,000 walkthrough. And they decide just how close they want to get to their new visitors.
They are gorgeous, aren't they? These are the 6 ringtails who are all hugging trees. And there's a black and white as well. Look at my little red ruff. We've got big red ruff ones that are like big red woolly bears. And we've got a black and white one, but she's just having a little nap.
By next season, Steve too will be living in the trees in a new enclosure. 6 months ago, his quarters were a grubby prison cell, which have been transformed into something a little more like home. And the manor house was in a right state. Now the cafe bar has a very stylish interior.
This is it. This is work now. That's what I do for work. I smile and chat. And that's what I'm going to have to do now from 10 till 6, 7 days a week. What a horrid day. Let's pretend it's gorgeous.
Quiet.
It's hilarious, isn't it? There I was having this fantasy, this midlife crisis, and convincing my poor Glaswegian husband that this was going to be a great idea. What a quality of life we're going to have, living amongst the animals and completely forgetting about the fact that it's actually got to be a business, otherwise we'll go bankrupt. And then the night before we open, suddenly going, hang on a minute, I've got to share it. And then today, I've woken up, director on a zoo. Sorry, chatting. It's called Steve, by the way. He's called Steve. But actually, you know what I think I like more than anything is it does actually feel like a proper zoo. Is that crazy?
With the last visitors gone, a semblance of normality returns.
Whoa! We've done that and we don't even know if we've taken any money or not. £4? Blimey.
£1,377 on the gate.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
£262 in the shop and £256 on food.
It's 1.7, that's great though, isn't it? Hey, what did I aim for? £2,000.
Well done, both.
Can you believe it?
Anyway, cheers.
Oh, well done. Thank you, Yvonne. Cheers, Bear.
The £2,000 is a great start.
It did dawn on me today that, fuck me, we did buy a zoo, not a big house with lots of land, which is obviously where I've got a little bit confused along the way. It's a business.
The latest addition to their wonderland of a zoo is this amazing play area. And over the last few weeks of the season, Anna and Colin banked £90,000, an indication that the business could break even, and they might be buying a rhino or 3.